curious to see what you guys say about your Cowboys. Man. Real curious. This should about to be a banger. And Iceman about to drop. Man, it's about to be a Thursday to remember. Oh yeah, they can hear me, right? Oh yeah, we muted. Well, shit, we could call that shit like the not an interlude, the I don't know, the preamble or some shit. I don't know. We call it that. You know when niggas before they hop on the mic and rap, they just be talking that shit. Like one of those, you know what I'm saying? Man, I can't hear you. Man, let's kick this shit off, man. I'm ready to talk some football, man. I'm fucking excited, bro. Fucking, yeah, man. Welcome back to Matter of Fact. Hey, man, Thursday night football preview. We finally here, bro. Oh, my God. Bro. Life gets so different when there's no football, man. I swear to God, bro. But we finally here, man. One more day. And, hey, honestly, just remember I told you this. I think this is going to be the most watched Thursday night opener of all time. There's just so much going on. We got two top 5 markets in the Eagles and the Cowboys facing off, fresh off the Micah trade, blockbuster trade of the decade, easy. We'll see how that works out for them. Cowboys play the Packers here in a couple weeks, by the way. And then we have the Eagles being very corny, talking about, I didn't even know we were going to have the banner drop. Shit, I saw Jalen Hurts say his iPhone wallpaper is still the Super Bowl loss or some shit like that. It's like, all right, bro, we get it. Y'all trying to two-peat, like you know what I mean? Who you trying to convince, us or yourselves?
See, I mean, the funny thing about it, dog, I didn't even know what was going on this side. You know what I mean?
I'm the overseer of many things in these Twitter streets, man.
I tell motherfuckers all the time, like, bro, I don't know what y'all got. Like, until it's time to play, I don't know what y'all got going over there. Like, in terms of them shit talking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
By the way, just so the viewers know, before we started this podcast April of last year, right? And
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Before I knew I was trying to do a podcast with Austin, I'd call this nigga and he'd be like, yeah, what's going on, man? We got a game in like a day or two. Like, I'm over here watching film, making sure we get right. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking? You watching film? Like, yeah. So I'm real curious to see what Austin has to say, man. I mean, there's a lot going on. That's why I feel like that trade was so crazy just happening a week before. But they moved that line up for y'all. It's at 9 now or some shit like that.
Well, it was at 8.5, but it depends on the book right now. It's fluctuating. So, like, yeah, some places it's at 8.5, but in other places it looks like we got plus 7.5. It's coming down, long story short, because, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. 8.5 is a little bit too much. Like, that's basically saying they're saying
that's crazy. That's mad disrespectful.
Well, I mean, they got to do whatever the numbers are doing. So everybody's smacking the
the money.
So they don't want it to move, but it has to move after a certain amount of time.
Based on the money,
based off the number of bets and on the percentage of the money, they got to put something on it. You know, again, like, yeah, it's crazy. Mike is gone. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's gone, and they've been playing and practicing without him this entire offseason, like the entire training camp. I'd rather play football with Micah Parsons, but at the end of the day, football is going to be played tomorrow. So, like, you got to go out there and everybody got a game plan. It's going to be on the offense, obviously, for sure, where we do have a little bit of a advantage. Obviously, he's on the outside with George Pickens, and then the second year cornerback Cooper DeJean will be in the slot. He'll be trying to follow CeeDee Lamb around, but again, I like that matchup. I like CeeDee Lamb against Pat Surtain. Like I've seen him cook Pat Surtain, so I'm good when it comes to CeeDee Lamb. And then on the right side is going to be Quinyon Mitchell, but he doesn't follow, so he doesn't go left to right. He's going to stay on his side and he's going to man that side. So we're going to be moving George Pickens around. We're going to be moving CeeDee Lamb around. I would go if it was a prop. I was thinking about it would be a prop for CeeDee Lamb to go over on his yards because I just think he's getting more than 84 yards in this game. Like I said, we definitely got to exploit them in the passing game. They're only going to send 4. But they did lose some guys. Josh Sweat isn't there. Obviously,
Milton Williams.
Right. And then you know what I'm saying, and then Graham retired. They still got some dogs on the inside, but at the same time, we do too. Like we have Cooper BB. Tyler Booker was a 12th overall pick in this year's draft.
Is Tyler Guyton? He practiced today, right? Or
he practiced in full, but I'm talking about the interior line, like the interior. So
I'm talking about your injuries in general.
Okay.
Is Trayvon Diggs good?
Yeah. We'll get to that. I got you.
So
basically, the interior of our offensive line kind of matches up against the interior of their defensive line with Jordan Davis there and Jalen Carter. Yeah, Jalen Carter's a dog, but if Jalen Carter is lined up against Tyler Smith, I'm cool. I'm straight. And when it comes to Dak, the way that he plays quarterback, he can see that pressure coming from the left side edge and the right side edge. What affects him the most is when pressure comes up the middle. So as long as we can control that up the middle, we should be able to have some time to make
how do you think your rook is going to do, Tyler Booker? A lot of Tylers.
We're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? Like
they got 3 Tylers on their line, by the way.
Yeah.
Guyton, Smith, and a rookie, Tyler Booker. I mean, he was a Bama, right? Bama.
Tyler Booker, yeah.
Yeah,
and
Bama so guard. He was a leader in that locker room at Bama. So they got a blue chip guard. Like he's a sure thing. It was a good pick. It's a boring pick if you're a Cowboys fan or if you're looking at the draft, but it was a good pick by them. So the interior should be straight, but are y'all going to be able to take advantage of that with the run? Is Jaden Blue going to get some?
I don't think you even worry about concern yourself with the run, bro. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. Like if you really are, like we coming out guns are blazing. Like we coming out like throwing this shit straight up, bombs over Baghdad. Like we not even playing with it. Like we coming through trim and we
the NFC Bengals. It's like, the NFC Bengals like, over here.
You know what I mean? Like honestly, when it comes to Javonte Williams, like I would be betting. Right now, I think how many attempts is it for him? Total attempts under at 9.5. I would bet the under. Like I would really bet the under. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, under 10 because we don't got time for all of that. You know, Dak Prescott got him at got a projection at under 40, 240. Bro, we're gonna have to throw in order to win in this game. Jalen Hurts, our biggest way if we trying to win is we got to make him throw. Like, simple as that. Like, it got to be a game where Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball some 30, 40 times, and it's a shootout. Like, if they're controlling the clock and Saquon's rushing for all kinds of yards and shit, like, that's ball game. It's ball game.
Now, with you saying that, it's kind of funny because I've been thinking this. It's almost like your off season was, like, to prep for this game damn near, right? You got Tyler Booker there, guard. Pair him with Tyler Smith. Then you traded for Kenny Clark. Be in the middle. He's a pro. He was a Pro Bowler, right? Was he all pro? D tackle. Pro Bowler. But he's a top 10 D tackle in the league. Last year, we said this in the last episode. The Cowboys are hoping he could return to form. It was slightly a down year for him last year, but they should be better at stopping the run. Now, my big thing with y'all stopping the run and your defense and your defensive leader as a whole is that boy Overshawn, man. Is that nigga healthy and ready to go, or what?
No, he's not playing, and that's what I'm saying. We got to find out what we got. But hey, listen, You know,
Ah,
people don't, at the end of the day, one, the Cowboys, they did draft, like they drafted players on defense. And yeah, we I might not like the fact that we don't have Micah no more, but our edges are fine. Like they're not as great as they are when you got Micah taking up all kinds of uh defensive attention and everybody's getting one-on-one. But Osa's a good pass rusher up the middle. You got Frank Clark now, who's going to help dominate up the middle too. I just told
Kenny
you,
Clark.
Kenny Clark, and I just told you, just like how Dak doesn't like disruption up the middle, neither does Jalen Hurts, neither does any quarterback, because when the pressure's coming in your lap, there's nothing you can do about it. When it comes to the outside, you can evade that pressure. You can still make a play. So a lot's going to be stinging on them. But even we got Dante Flower. Dante Flower is a 10.5 sack guy last year. Like he had double-digit sacks. And we still got the rookie Donovan Ezaraku, not to mention that Sam Williams, who's in his 4th year, coming out, his combine measurables were the exact same as Micah Parsons. So it's like we got these athletic specimens, these people with potential, and some veterans off the edge. I'm really not too concerned with how they do. I don't Obviously they're not going to do as good as it would be if we had a Micah, but I think they'll be able to generate that pressure that they're talking about. As long as we can stop Saquon and we can force them into throws, we kind of got a shot at this thing. You talking about Trayvon? He's been telling people, yeah, I'll probably be ready for sure by week 3 or 4. Streets are saying that Trayvon is going to suit up tomorrow, and he is definitely going to have a package. He's not going to be playing the entire game, but he will be in on 3
He
down
logged the
set.
practice. He logged the full practice yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So he's going to be playing. Obviously, Deron Bland, he'll be manning the slot, so that's going to be like the Devontae
He
Smith.
just got
And
paid.
then,
Payday blend.
right, and then you got Elam, who was Kyer Elam, who played for the Bills, but was a first round draft pick probably back in 2022. Um, he's going to be playing on the other side, and he actually had a good camp. Like he was getting picks off of everybody, guarding Pickens when he was guarding Lamb. Was Dak was there throwing the ball, like he was doing his thing. So I'm actually kind of comfortable there, and the only reason I'm saying that is because AJ Brown is injured. AJ Brown is going to play, but he's nursing a hamstring injury,
He might
and
just be a decoy.
right, or it's just like he actually has an hamstring injury. It's not like he doesn't have it. He's been nursing it all the way up until this point. So that means that they don't have. It's not like obviously Devontae Smith's a dog. He's going to eat, but if we can stop Saquon and again make Jalen Hurts throw the ball more than he wants to, he plays well against man to man. But when you're in zone, he's not really as good as a quarterback. Respectfully, I know if you say anything bad about somebody's quarterback, it's like we ready to kill. But don't come over here with that bullshit. And but nah, another thing I was thinking about is here when it comes to Javonte Williams, I would go with I would also probably go with the under on his yards, but no, not where's supposed to go. Oh, Saquon. With Saquon, I would go with his over on passing yards or passing receptions. I think he's going to get this against us because, like you said, we're not going to have Overshown. Obviously, we don't have Micah, and we're going to be playing with like a new group of linebackers. If I was playing with a new group of linebackers, I know they're going to be keying on Saquon in the run game, but what are they going to do if we run a play action screen? You know what I mean? Or like we do something like that. I can see him kind of getting busy, catching the ball out the backfield and then making something shake because I don't know if any of our linebackers is fucking with him. You know what I mean? Out the
in the
backfield.
open in the open field if he
Right.
gets in the open field. Now
Yeah.
y'all got Matt Eberflus from the Bears, former Bears head coach. They make a massive upgrade with Ben Johnson, but Eberflus sort of like how Dennis Allen, he was the Saints head coach for a while. Now he's the Bears defensive coordinator. Some people are better as coordinators. They can't be head coach. They're better as coordinators. I think Matt Eberflus was a great hire by y'all. What do you think his game plan is going to be? How do you feel about the hire? And, how is that going to tap into y'all stopping a run for Saquon? Because that's easier said than done. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I think that's what the whole situation, like, that's literally what I'm going to say. Like, yo, he can have, like, he has the game plan. Like, not trying to talk like shit or nothing like that, but like when he was playing, when he was coaching from 2018, 2017, 18, and I want to say even 19, he was game planning for Saquon Barkley, but that was when he was playing for the Giants. So it's like, all right, we can still implement that same game plan, but odds are it's not about to work over here. You know what I mean, with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the one thing that
Should
is
follow what the Chiefs did. The Chiefs were able to shut him down, and they got blown out. But
right.
you
And now
know,
and again, there is a way, like I said, like there's a way that you can do this where you stop Saquon, and it's going to be interesting to see how fresh is he, because he's fresh off the 480 season. Somebody that I was listening to was saying that he actually looked like he was slowing down in that championship game. In the Super Bowl, he was like, yo, I think he kind of lost a step in the Super Bowl. So it'll be
well,
interesting to
what we
see.
got, what I like to compare it to is I feel like Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey have like the same career trajectory, right? Christian McCaffrey was with the Panthers. He was an elite talent, injury ridden, and then he goes to the Niners, has a crazy year. They go to the Super Bowl, they lose. Brock Purdy gets into a shootout with Patrick Mahomes. Now, in terms of Saquon, they get it done, but like McCaffrey, Saquon was very high usage this year, which is why some of the fantasy experts, quote unquote, were a little wishy-washy on putting him up there. Now, in all my leagues, he was drafted relatively high as number 2, which I'm not mad at because, I mean, it's Saquon. And, you know, Austin, he's not as superstitious as me, but I'm also biased as a Giants fan who don't like this nigga. That nigga is on the Madden cover. McCaffrey was on the Madden cover, and then, boom, that year hurt. Saquon, he's been very healthy as of recent, but he does have the injury concerns early in his career, and he was put to use a lot. So, I mean, you could say he probably maybe slowed down a little bit in the Super Bowl. I do think a lot of that has to do with them cluing in on him, but maybe what whoever you're talking about saw a little bit of slowing down in terms of how he was running and just, you know, his speed with the ball. But I mean, if that's the case, if that's the game plan, how do you feel about that yard total? Would you take the under on what is it, 105, 103 and a half?
Yeah, but for me personally, if I'm betting Saquon, I'm betting the over on his receptions. Like I'm betting the over. I'm betting that they're going to get him involved. It might be, you know, I'm assuming, and they've kind of already came out and said that they want to get him involved more in the passing game. And I'm assuming if we are able, for whatever reason, to like, if we're keying in on the run, it's like, okay, how about this? They're keying in on the run. We can't get nothing going to the outside. Let's do the, you know what I mean? Let's get him involved out on swing passes even. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I don't know if any of our linebackers is fucking with him off a swing pass. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you got to run some crazy like Texas route, but like if y'all catch us lacking on a wheel route, it's probably going to hit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not for a touchdown, but it's probably going to hit for a 30-yard bomb. Like, nobody athletic, anyone that's as athletic as he is at linebacker isn't as smart and ain't as experienced as him. And anybody that has experience or has like the IQ that he might have, they're not an ounce of athletic as he is. So like he is a mismatch out the backfield, especially catching the ball. So for 13 and a half, I got him really getting that. As for Jalen Hurts, I would rock the anytime TD because if they get to the goal line, which odds are they're probably going to have a methodical drive and they're probably going to get to the goal line. We already know what this is. It's cash money. I mean, it hit out of 7 to 10 games. I like his anytime TD more than Saquon's, but again, I would go Saquon's under and rushing yards over and receiving yards. I would go with his under and pass attempts. I would go with his under and pass attempts, bro. Because if they whooping ass, like they're not about to pass the ball like that. So if y'all think that the Cowboys about to get smashed out, then he's not going to pass the ball more than 20 times, 22 times.
Right. Now with the Eagles, say, me and you both, we probably have similar feelings on Jalen Hurts. But one thing we can say about him, he's had a lot of offensive coordinators through the years. Once again, Kellen Moore goes to the Saints, and now they have Kevin Patullo, who was the passing game coordinator for the past like 3-4 years since like 2021. He was associate head coach for 2023. So he's probably going to take some of what Kellen did. How do you feel about how he's going to operate the offense? You think it's pretty much going to be a similar offense? And like you said, too, what you got to remember is there is a chance A.J. Brown isn't very effective in this game, which goes to the Saquon passing game, receiving yards, receptions, whatever you want to do. But do you think Kellen Moore passed off some sauce? Do you think they're going to switch it up? I mean, it was a promotion. They didn't hire their offensive coordinator externally. This is a promotion from their coaching staff.
I mean, realistically, I think they kind of just stick to the script. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if that was Kellen Moore's real game plan. Remember, at the first few games, they was throwing the ball.
Right, they had to talk to him like, "Hey, bro, yep, I remember.
Yeah, I remember." So, you know what I mean? So, for all we know, this might just be Sirianni. Like, yo, hey, this is how we doing it. We're gonna play through Saquon. We're gonna play through Jalen Hurts. We're gonna play through running the ball, using their legs. And if we get that one-on-one coverage that we need on the outside, we bomb it to A.J. Brown. No way in hell, bro. I'm not even joking. I'm sorry. I know Trayvon might play, and I know like Kyer Elam, it seems like a decent outside cornerback for like A.J. Brown's side of speed. But bro, I better not see no one-on-one on the outside. Like just one-on-one coverage. A.J. Brown's side, bro. I better not see that shit. Because if I do, I'm gonna be like, okay. We out here on some bullshit. You know what I mean? Because it's like that's literally what he's looking for. Like Jalen Hurts is looking for A.J. Brown, one-on-one, zero blitz. He's going to stay in the pocket and he's chucking that joint. And he's just going to give A.J. Brown a chance to catch it. And 50-50 ball with A.J. Brown is not a 50-50 ball.
Right, yeah. It's more like a 65-35 ball.
Yeah, so you know what I mean?
You don't like that. You don't like those odds if you're a Cowboys fan.
I'm not good with those odds. Not if we've been playing well. Like, not if, like, we've been, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been kind of grinding it out and we are figuring some shit out. I don't know if we are. We'll find out. But, I mean, we still got a good team. You know what I mean? It's just, for me, it's just hard to say that when it's like, yeah, we're a better team when we have Micah Parsons on the football field. And, like, every statistic for the past 1,000 stats have said that. So, like, I'm still optimistic that they'll be able to get this to work based off the fact that we do have, like, other edge rushers and we do have a decent little interior D line now. But, it's still going to be something that we need to see. And then I need to see what the offense is talking about. I need to see if we are out here about the, like, we're not playing around with shit. Like, if fucking Javonte Williams is ass, bro, like, we can't be plotting them out there. Like, no more plotters. No more plotters.
Yeah. I mean, there's no more Zeke in that backfield, so there shouldn't be any reason to have any type of favoritism. It should just be, who's the best next guy up. So
I think it has a lot to do with like the fact that he's a veteran, and Jadon Blue is a rookie. It's his first football game, so I think like they know probably he has the best juice, but coaches are going to be scared to play a rookie in a game like this, of this magnitude, fresh out. I mean, I know he's from Texas. He used to big games, but this one's a little different. So, I mean, I do think the Cowboys might cover. It's going to go one way or the other. Either we getting smashed out 14-42, like really not getting nothing going, pass rush going crazy, basically looking like the Super Bowl, or we playing football with these boys and it's a tight one, and we do end up covering that plus 8.5.
Wait, so before we move on to the next game, in terms of how this game's going to go, how do you feel about like how Dak and some of the comments from the team in terms of the Micah trade and all that? I do feel like they're going to be kind of inspired to show like, look, that's a big loss. Yeah, that's a talent. One of the best defenders in the league. easily the best young defender, but you could argue he's the best like defensive player in the league if you want. But their attitude seemed like, all right, yeah, but business as usual. We got the season here in the week. So I mean,
that's how you got like you know what I mean? Like we trying to win, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Dak is all right. Well, I still got a football game. I gotta win. There's no baked in excuses for those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's so annoying when Jerry Jones be on this bullshit. But I got a stat just to let you know why he does it and why like the majority of this shit has nothing to do with it being about football, bro, and has everything to do about like other stuff that doesn't have nothing to do with football. Now, this is my guy Joseph Hoyt, Joey Hoyt. This is a quote that he came up with this information. The difference according to Muck Rack, right, in regards to the attention we got on Micah Parsons and that contract shit, and what's his name? Justin Hamilton? Is that his name? Kyle Hamilton, who just re-signed a crazy ass deal with the Ravens. Look, the difference according to Muck Rack between the Ravens' approach to Kyle Hamilton and the Cowboys' approach to negotiating with Micah Parsons was worth over $1 billion in advertising value.
How do you even figure out those numbers?
So there's a I guess it's a stat calculation called advertising value equivalency, and he used it, and it's based off of the articles, the amount of articles that talked about this Micah Parsons contract situation, and the amount of articles that talked about Kyle Hamilton's contract situation. I think it was like 7,000 articles for Kyle Hamilton, and it was like 37,000 articles for the Cowboys and the Dallas. Like you know what I mean?
Well, I feel like with the Cowboys too, with Jerry Jones, with him having that documentary come out, he's reliving the good old days. Like, you remember when I used to make these crazy deals? Because recently, think about it, y'all gave Zach Martin a contract, y'all gave Dak his contract, y'all gave CeeDee his contract. But now it's like Micah, he has a podcast. He's coming to fucking practice, eating chips and lounging like he's at the beach.
Bro,
fuck it. You know what I mean? He probably has shit in his ear and his ego hit and it was like, this is the time where I'm going to make that splash move and cloud up a little bit and rage bait my fan base because that's what he likes to rage bait y'all.
I mean, it's in the numbers right now, bro. You know what I mean? What more can I show you? When I say that it's $1 billion in revenue to do this, you know what I mean? Like that's what we're in the game for. He said, if it get quiet over here, I'm gonna do something to shake it up. He said that out of his mouth. So for me as a Cowboy fan, like you see, I don't get reactive. You see, I'm not turning on Micah because I know, like, bro, the person that owns the team does not care about winning. He like winning is nice and he'll promote winning if we win. But that doesn't concern him. This money really concerns him. And it's
now when his son takes over, how do you feel like he's going to run the ship? Like, what do you know about him?
He's going to try to get the deal too. He's going to try to lowball the players.
So he learned from daddy.
But like, you know what I'm saying? He's not the businessman that his father was. So and he's not a football guy. He's not even. You got to think about it, bro.
I'm happy about that.
Like, you gotta think about this, bro. Like Jerry Jones, there's a Jerry Jones Jr. and we don't hear about him. The reason we don't hear about him is because he actually is taking care of the actual business, like the real shit that makes money. You remember the football team is like the play type thing. That's not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like for sport, but like the real businessman is Jerry Jones Jr. He ain't got nothing to do with the Cowboys. Because he's being an actual adult, getting his own bread. Like, being
an actual adult, like he could be an adult running the team, bro. Like, why not, man?
I'm just saying that like Jerry Jones didn't pass on the important problems to this son. Like the son.
Oh, so you're hoping if it was up to you, Jerry Jones Jr. would be he would usurp.
Bro, it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter. We screw regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like we really screw regardless.
Doom and gloom over there.
So
man, I want that energy in week 2 after we beat the Redskins Commanders.
Bro, but that's the thing. Like you thinking about week 2. I ain't even thinking about week 2. You know what I mean? I got a game tomorrow, bro. I don't look past my opponents. I saw y'all talking about, oh, Trayvon Diggs might not play week 2. It's like, damn.
Who's y'all? Who's y'all? The Giants fans? You looking at? See, I don't understand you because where do you be looking? I like it. What do you mean? I retweeted it. What did I retweet?
You retweeted. Oh, Trayvon Diggs might not be playing in next week.
Oh, that was a couple days ago. I retweet a lot of shit, nigga. I might retweet about Chinese basketball, nigga. If it's an interesting enough story, nigga.
Yeah. So I'm like, that was news to me. I'm like, damn, they ain't even got. Oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just.
Well, we do have back-to-back division opponents, and whatever.
Like I said, I'm trying to get through tomorrow. You feel me? I got an opponent in front of my face right now. I worry about the opponent that, you know, I don't really have to worry about.
I mean, y'all got the damn Eagles, so I don't expect y'all to be looking week 2 regardless, you know even if you weren't that type of person.
I got some shit in front of me I gotta take care of. You know what I mean? Like. It is what it is. But yeah, bro. We can move on to Kansas City though.
Yeah. Last thing though. I do like y'all to cover. I do think it's pretty disrespectful. And man, when's the last time CeeDee Lamb had a real this is y'all T. Higgins. Like y'all have 2 wide receiver ones. So are they gonna be able to slow that down? Is Cooper DeJean gonna be able to chase around CeeDee Lamb? And how creative could Brian Schottenheimer get? Because you haven't talked about him, but Dak's best season was with Brian Schottenheimer as the OC cooking shit. So I think that's what y'all kind of leaning into. The O-line looking good. Now, I wish y'all had a better running back because I don't like the Eagles. Overall, I don't give a fuck about y'all O-line. But for the Eagles, I wish y'all had a better running back to go behind this pretty solid O-line, very above average O-line. But like, y'all should cover this, man. I don't know. I think even though they're trying to come off as if, oh, we don't care, man, we on to the next Super Bowl. You can't account for the whole roster and how they're feeling.
This is Philly. Bro, I told you they won the champion. On Sunday or Monday when I was grilling outside, there was a Philly fan. And he was talking about the Cowboys. I'm like, yeah, bro, they always talk about. I was clowning him in front of his friends. I was like, yeah, they always talk about the Cowboys. I'm like, how you win a Super Bowl and the only thing you care about is what the Dallas Cowboys is doing? And they were going. They were loud. They loved it. They loved it because you know he's the Philly heckler. And it's like I'm heckling.
What would you have done if he just threw a drink in your face? It's Labor Day weekend. He's like, man, fuck this nigga. Do a drink in your face.
I live in a pretty classy building. You know what I mean? Everybody, you know.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I don't think they on that violent shit. I think he's just like talking his shit. But like I told you, it's only been Philly fans that's like trying to like kick my back in about the Micah situation. But it's like, bro, I get it. This is what they are. Like they don't know how to not be little brother. Like they don't know how to not like look to see what the Cowboys are doing and talk shit about the Cowboys. Like it don't matter. Like, bro, y'all about to get rings tomorrow and y'all care about the Cowboys. I would not care. I don't care about.
You got to remember what Nick Sirianni just said, man. He forgot that they were even doing anything for it. Like they're not even looking at that.
Because it's finally like that's the type of energy y'all supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Like they're finally supposed to have like, oh yeah, we playing the Cowboys. Like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, bro, y'all are supposed to have that, but they can't have it. They can't. I told you, them boys be in our chats, they be in our Cowboy everything. It's just like that. This is they're enamored by us. It's because they want to be America's team, but America will never love them.
The fans are they're dickheads. But yeah, we can move on to the next game. I don't know how I feel about that over under. Anytime touchdowns before we get to this one. I know you said Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
You think CD going to get in there? Jake Fergie.
I don't know. I think CD's gonna have a good game, but I don't know if it's gonna be George Pickens in the end zone. I don't know if we're gonna do some Drake Ferguson type shit once we get close to the end zone. So I do think CD is going to be able to get over on his yards because we need him to move the ball, and we definitely going to be throwing it. But I don't know who gets in. I think CD gets in because I think this is going to be. Do you remember the game, Tom Brady's first game with the Tampa Bay Bucks? Do you remember that game? It was by 2020. 2020 or 20. Yeah, I think it was 2020 or
Who
2021.
they play?
It was 2021. They played the Cowboys. The game is going to be similar to that. It was a close game. It was a back and forth game, but the Cowboys ended up losing that game by like a touchdown. I think that's what this game is going to be like. It's going to be similar.
Which means that the Cowboys cover.
Right. Yeah.
I like this number. I mean, if it was at 6.5 still, I'm staying away, but I'm probably going to put a little something on y'all in a parlay to cover. Even a teaser. Amazing teaser.
Well, that's why it got to that number too, is because of the teaser. They wanted it to be teased through 7. Got to make sure.
Okay, because when you tease it the other way to pick them.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they wanted to get that. That was part of the time 7:30. All right, got my draft. Got to make sure I'm on it. But yeah, bro.
Yeah. That's the other thing. By the way, Austin's going to draft live. Were you able to figure that out with your computer?
Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't what? Because the password be bugging, and I'm not. Because I don't want to sign. I'm signed in to another ESPN account on that computer too, so it's just like I'm not trying to.
So we not doing that?
No, we still doing it.
But how we gonna, man? Oh, so you're just gonna do, okay. Well, if that's the case, are we gonna go through? See, that's what I mean, bro. We don't like, what I mean. There's pre-production.
I got the other fantasy football team that I can we do. You know what I'm saying?
But the only reason, because we could just get into all the teams that are playing, even though that would take a long time. But I think it would save us a lot of time on the back end.
We're gonna still get into all the teams. We're just gonna do that on a different day.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
So I mean, what we about to finish with this. We'll talk about the fan. We get the props out. We get the fantasy implications out, and then yeah. I mean, I'll be drafting in 25 minutes. And
so you're trying to get off in 25?
No, I'm saying we can still review. We can still go over. We can go over my draft strategy.
I mean, we still gotta do like, love, lock. By the way, like, love, lock. This is the first iteration of like, love, lock. So we're definitely going to get into that. So we're at least going to get into about 6 games or so.
That's going to be about.
I forgot about that. But I wish I knew you couldn't get it up because I want to see you. I want to see you in action, bro. I want to see you in action, man. But anyway, remember, if you're betting this Chiefs-Chargers game, this is a neutral site game. They're in Brazil on Friday. Chiefs -3. Me personally, I like the Chiefs to cover this. I think Pat Mahomes is looking for revenge here. No Rashee Rice, but I feel like this is a last dance between him and Travis Kelce. I think this is the last dance. My player props, they stand with Xavier Worthy. In my $300 league, I was able to get Xavier Worthy, and I think he's going to have a Tyreek Hill season. I think we're going to see a lot of good things out of Xavier Worthy. After Rashee Rice's 6-game suspension, I think he's going to come into the offense, and he's just going to integrate perfectly. And you're going to see less from Travis Kelce, but I expect a good amount from Travis Kelce this game. Now, with the Chargers, Rashawn Slater out for the year. That's a huge hit, but we know what the Chargers want to do. My only issue with why I feel like this -3 is good with the Chiefs is the way Jim Harbaugh coach. He coaches very old school. He's not the one to take many risks. We'll see if he changes it up this year. But if it comes down to those low moments, it does feel like he's tightening up, like he's clenching his butt cheeks a little bit. It does feel like he's tightening up. So I like the Chiefs here. I mean, you still got Chris Jones up in there in the middle. It's a top 3 D tackle in this league. And, they have better options to run the ball. Amarian Hampton, we were raving about him all offseason. They got Najee Harris. We'll see if he plays. We'll see if he logs in some practices. By the way, for your fantasy team, if your team plays on Sunday, you got to be looking at Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday practices. That's how you could try to predict if they're really going to play or not. They got to log those practices in. So we're gonna reiterate that throughout the season and remind y'all what to look out for so y'all sharpen y'all leagues and you know what to do with your roster. But yeah, Xavier Worthy, 5.5 receptions. Hey, man, Andy Reid, one of the best play callers of all time, one of the best head coaches of all time. He's going to figure out a bunch of ways to get him the ball, and he's going to get the ball naturally. It's going to be the top target in this offense. That's what I'm expecting. Now, in terms of this Chargers offense, Pacheco, there's a lot of people to talk about, especially with the fantasy implications. But I've been yapping, man. What are you thinking for this game?
I mean, for me, again, I've kind of already talked ad nauseum when it comes to Xavier Worthy. Obviously, I have him as one of my breakout wide receivers. And
how many leagues do you have him in?
Almost all of them. I don't know if there's let me see, because I have him in this one too. Let me see.
I'm telling you, I'm expecting like a Tyreek Hill, his breakout year with the Chiefs. I think this is what they got with them. What was his 40 time? Wasn't it like a 4.28?
Yeah, 4.28. Look, Xavier Worthy. I mean, there's basically not a team that I left without George Pickens or Xavier Worthy. Like I was so like gung ho on that shit. I wasn't leaving without them. I believe in them. Like I believe in them real crazy.
You still miss your ex, Micah Parsons. I saw that Packers defense down there.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, bro. I ain't never had that hate for him like everybody else does. Like I've always been like, yo, I'm pro, get your money, bro. Like I've never, like, business is business, man. I don't have that. Like, remember how you were like,
Jerry Jones offered him $200 million, so he could have got the money and stayed there.
But that's
over 5 years. But
that's what I'm saying. Remember, all right, so I broke down the exact same thing David Malagueta said. I broke it down. I said that. And he wants 5 years. No, we're not doing 5 years because the new cable deal comes out in 2029. When the cable deal comes out, that's going to be a whole new money.
The price goes up. And that's right. How they were trying to dick him, because didn't everybody else get a 4-year deal?
They all got, remember last year when I was telling you the whole hiccup, it's all about the years? Remember I was telling you it was never about the money, it's always about the years? They always want to get that extra year because they know how valuable.
I don't remember the conversation.
Okay, well, long story short, I understood what was going on with CeeDee Lamb. They're never tripping about the money. They always want a 5-year deal. So that's what I was saying. In that quote unquote, and it's an article, like it's an Adam Schefter written ESPN article that says, like, he came in, bagged him, hit him with the Cowboy for life play, and then Micah bid on it. Remember, I told you, Micah called his agent all excited, saying, yo, I got it done, da-da-da. And his agent told him, like, no, you didn't, bro. You don't even realize what you just fucked up and did. We about to get $9 million at the number that you just got for 38. And you got it for a 5-year deal, dog. No, we're doing 4 because we got to get back. Remember I said, Micah, I get it. You Cowboys for life. But that has nothing to do with your contract negotiations. You know what I'm saying? And then when Micah realized, like, oh, he fucked up. And then that's when
and then Jerry Jones tried to use that as he planted his flag, like, nah, but we agreed to something.
Right.
But I didn't know. I don't care. We agreed to something.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you didn't know. Like you didn't know. Like, you're not supposed to do the negotiations. I do and even he said that too. He's like, bro, he sacks the quarterback. I do the talking. I do the negotiations.
I still feel like if I was a Cowboys fan, I would look at the T. Higgins situation. Right, he fired the same agent.
Right, you're a Cowboys fan. So like that's like the Cowboys fans are allowed to feel like how they feel. But me, I'm a Cowboys historian, but my emotions aren't like my emotions aren't like I'm gonna hate the player for getting the most money. Like I'm not. No, he listened to his agent. His agent broke down that this is basically they're trying to finesse you out of basically $40 million in a way, bro. And it wasn't them trying, like they did.
Is it really $40 million? Because you remember in Texas, there's no state income tax, so you got to factor in those mills.
Right, but you got to remember Micah agreed at 38.30, basically like 38.5 to $40 million, right? And then on a 5-year deal, But then David had in mind for him to be getting $5 million more because he's the youngest best pass rusher, just like Jamar Chase is the youngest best wide receiver. He has $5 million
He's
more
not
on
better
his
than
salary than, you know what I'm saying, the next best. And the next best are, we agree, are right below him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's tripping if they have Justin Jefferson on their football team. Nobody's tripping if they have CeeDee Lamb on their football team. But
Nobody's
Chase,
tripping if they got Malik Neighbors on their football team.
I mean, they shouldn't be, but he's not in the contract negotiations.
Yeah, I know. I just had to throw him out there.
Yeah, but so like what I'm trying to tell you is David knows the market. David knows, hey, you're the best and you're the youngest. That's an extra $5 million tax, big dog. Like that's some extra money on that, dog. You trying to do the negotiations because you see what Myles Garrett got. Because that's what
that's why Jerry brought up the injury shit, because that he was trying to use that as like a leverage play. Like, yeah, he's the youngest, but he was just hurt type shit.
Right, which doesn't really work out because it's like, okay, so I'm supposed to forget that I just saw my first 12-5 seasons in a row since I've been born because he was on the football team. Like, I get it. The rest of the Cowboy fans are with you. They don't like him and he never existed and he sucks at football.
But didn't I tell you that? Before the Cowboys fans started? Hold on.
Respectfully, you did respectfully. I'm not trying to be rude, but bro, you can't tell me anything about my fan base I don't know. Like, you can't tell me anything about my fan base that I'm not aware of.
I still, nigga, you didn't put Like Love Lock in the title, bro. Like, nigga, this is a segment. You're supposed to put it in the title. I'm just looking at the title. I'm doing fantasy stars.
We got. I think we got the banner. We got the banner. Be all right. But yeah, bro, it's like when it comes to all
right. I'm not saying I put it in your head and you're like, oh, you're right, dumb. But what I'm saying is I called it based on how I could feel the energy and I could see the play from Jerry Jones outside looking in. I'm like, yo, they're going to turn on this guy because it's set up where it's very easy to paint him the victim.
Yeah, if you feel as if you called it okay, but I could have told you that was exactly what was going to happen. Like I mean, like you know what I'm saying? Like I know how my team, like I know how regular fans react to this stuff, which is why I'm trying to educate them on the salary cap, which is why which is why this is called matter of fact, because I know every fan, the majority of fans, they believe, bro, they were saying, oh, we got an outstanding D tackle. We're going to stop the run. Bro, the D tackle is good, but he sold him like he was Aaron Donald. He's not Aaron Donald. He's a good D tackle. So again, those same guys that are
they think he's Vita Vea.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, bro, perfect
example. Vita Vea would be tough. Imagine if y'all had Vita Vea, I'd be scared.
Even Quentin Williams, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few D tackles that it's like, oh, all right, like,
you real happy. Kenny Clark was like, that's cool, but did we get an extra second?
Right, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't asking for shit, but like again, that's why the best thing I can always go back to, and the best example I have is when that dude, the trucker whose nice daughter bought him tickets to be at that Thanksgiving game.
Oh, you talking about when we were at the Giants Cowboys game for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and you were like, wow, they really think, and I'm like, bro, that's the majority of them. And you saw I was talking to him, I was trying to explain it.
Yeah, you were educating them.
But his emotion,
and that nigga was probably like 15 years older than me, probably.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But it's like they want the stuff that comes out of Jerry's mouth to be true. Like there's actual Cowboy fans, and my barber was telling me, he was like, bro, I had so many white people come in here saying, fuck, get rid of them, we don't fucking need them, da da da. And it's just kind of like, well, have we been watching the same football, or does it just come back to the point where if a certain owner says that, oh, well, I offered them this amount of money, y'all don't think about none of the details. Y'all don't think that there's more to it.
Well, here's the thing. That tells me Jerry Jones might still have a fastball if he knew to play the fan base like that.
No. He'll always be able to play the fan base because they want to believe that it's true, bro. Like he has them. Like he got like those people that I'm talking about, that side of the community, he has them because they believe, like, oh, okay. He's like, they side with this man that has done nothing for our team. I told you, we don't care about winning. I told you we don't care about winning, and they think that he's doing things.
Jerry Jones doesn't care about winning.
Yeah, that's what. But they believe that he'll do things because they're based off of hope. It's hope. I hope we do well. I hope we come in and we can win without Micah. But hope is not a strategy. I hope we have a strategy to win without Micah. Like, I hope we have a fucking strategy. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna find out until 8:30 tomorrow, and it might be too late. Like, it might be too late, but I keep it 100 when it comes to my team, bro. Like, I don't never be on some like rah, we gonna
hey, listen, that's why if I'm ever betting the Cowboys, I come to you first because I need to know how you feeling because you got like a 90% hit rate, even if you don't think they're gonna cover the spread. But speaking of spreads, let's get to this Chiefs Chargers. Do you think the Chargers cover this 3? I mean, it's 3, so win by field goal is a push for the Chiefs.
I mean, again, this is the first game. Everybody's going to be rusty, but like you said, like I think the Chiefs are coming out ready to smack, coming out.
How big of a deal? I mean, it's clearly a big deal, but do you think we see that impact of the Rashawn Slater injury? Now they're happy as fuck to have Joe Alt, that they went Joe Alt instead of Neighbors, went Lab McConkey in the second. Seems like the first 2 picks for him last year.
I mean, I think we'll find out because they got a few guys that are out, and like that's the thing that's a little scary. Like it looks like they might have a few guards that aren't playing. Let me see. Like, I think.
Hold on, you go through that. I gotta use the bathroom.
They got people that's on IR right now. But yeah, so I mean, it's all stingent on how the O-line holds up, similar. But again, if you playing and you're starting, I'm going to Xavier Worthy. I think he's going to have 6 receptions, over 50 yards, maybe even a tutty. Pat Mahomes here. Also, Isaiah Pacheco. I think he probably goes over his yards. Everybody remembers how bad he was at the end of the year last year, but you got to remember he had a broken leg. Like, he literally broke his leg and then started playing football again, and he wasn't as good because he came back from a broken leg. Like, there's no way his leg was even healed at that point in time. So if you're trying to tell me that I can get, oh wait, what are rushing? Oh, they don't even have Isaiah Pacheco's props out yet. Okay, they're still trying to figure it out too. But yeah, Marion Hampton, rookie out of North Carolina, basically same size and same measurables as Saquon. They run a little bit different. Saquon's more of a, side to side, northwest, get downfield later type runner. He's straight downfield. Like, he runs basically, I don't know if you remember DeMarco Murray, but he basically runs just like DeMarco Murray.
You talking about DeMarco Murray, bro? Come on, bro. You talking about DeMarco Murray, man.
Well, I'm giving them a player that he's compared to. He's being compared to DeMarco Murray by, like, the scouts and stuff like that. But I'm giving them an idea what kind of player he is. So he's definitely going to be able to get over 47.5 yards. I know he's a rookie, but essentially, you got to think about it. Genty's being drafted 12th overall. We're setting and forgetting. There's no way he doesn't hit 1,000 yards. He basically has the same prototype. He has the same measurables. Like, the Chargers couldn't believe that he was there at 22, and they decided to select him.
I mocked Amari and Hampton to the Cowboys when I was doing mock drafts a couple times, and they picked the 12. Chargers picked, I think, at like the 21, 22 spot, somewhere around there. So I was surprised he was there too. I'm surprised the Broncos didn't take him. I think the Broncos had to pick before him, and they went Jahdae Barron. I think they might have went right before him. I like the Jahdae Barron pick though, but
yeah. See, I like Isaiah Pacheco. Like, they got him to go over 2. I definitely think he's going over this 49.5. Like, he's healthy now. And I think the Rams about to be on some not fucking around shit.
Chargers.
I think the Chiefs are about to be on some not fucking around shit. So
like mixed up to LA.
Yeah, so I think I'm rocking with them, and then Big Lad, Big lad, let's go. PPR, baby.
What is those receptions? 6.5, 5.5? I'm taking the over.
Yeah. So right here, I'm going with the over here. At the end of the year, he started to come on. He's Justin Herbert's go-to guy, about to go crazy out there. So for me,
And he's sneaky athletic.
I might smack this too for real. Like bro, he was
Sneaky.
balling. Like look at that. Like he really was balling. I mean, I know the Chiefs defense is good, but if we get a shootout, he's definitely covering this over 71.5 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if we get a shootout, which is definitely possible, it's a division matchup once again. And in terms of the receiving options, yeah, okay, cool. Keenan Allen's back, but this isn't 2021. Keenan Allen's cool, but is Austin Eckler somebody you drafted in the first round of your fantasy draft? I know he didn't go in my first round. So they have Keenan Allen. They have Trey Tucker now, who I like. They got him in the third round, Ole Miss. And, we'll see if he could get going. But Ladd is a tried and true.
Too much in this one, though. Don't expect him to play too much. Let's see what kind of snap count he gets before we.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. But my point is, Ladd McConkey is the guy. Ladd McConkey is the guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't cover by the first half, if he isn't pretty much close to covering, where you're sitting pretty at halftime with Brazil, assuming y'all not in Brazil, but he's sitting there at 4 receptions at half. And yeah, I like the Chiefs to cover here once again. So if they're down, we need Ladd to get us up. But once again, the Chargers are a run first team. So we'll see how that goes. Who else do I like? Like you were kind of saying when I came back, I like Hampton's yards. I think he's going to do amazing behind this. I mean, J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards didn't J.K. Dobbins just have 1,000 yards on the Chargers?
Yeah, I think he got there. I think
he got there and then got rid of him. Now he's on the Broncos. You know what I mean? Sharing snaps to R.J. Harvey. So Marlon Hampton. Now Najee, if Najee had a full, training camp, preseason, he'd probably be running back one, but he hasn't had as much time with this offense. You got to remember, Najee just came from Pittsburgh. So just like Amarian, he's learning the offense. He's getting familiar as well. So this isn't a guy that's just been here and we could just load him back up. I think Amarian has the chance to take the lead and then just run away with that RB1 job. So I would bet on him taking those yards. Don't be surprised if that's the lowest you could get it for the rest of the season. We're both really high on this guy. And like Austin said, Pacheco, he looks back to form. If he's back to form, hey, then they're good in the running back position. Got Kareem Hunt back there, but they also got Rashad Smith in the 7th round. So I think they're straight up running back. Once again, Xavier Worthy. Travis Kelce, you taking him in any player props?
I mean, if you're gonna do it now. Like, I don't know if I'm taking him, but I don't think it's a bad bet, especially with Rashid Rice out. The only thing is, he's probably priced at
51.5. That's why I said his receptions. Because I could see him getting a bunch. Damn, 5.5.
That's what I mean. They got him priced.
I mean, it's plus money. Plus money, I kind of like that for.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So it's just we got to see, I guess. Like, it's 50-50, so it's it's just a good bet. Like, they know how to price Travis Kelce. Like, you're not sneaking and getting some value on Travis Kelce. Like,
we're not getting an edge on Kelce, especially with Rashid Rice out. And what you got to remember, when Rashid Rice got hurt last year, Pat Mahomes ran into him, voodoo curse. I mean, Travis Kelce, we saw an uptick in his usage and his overall production. So I expect him to get busy. I think he was. I mean, I have no shares of him in fantasy. The price he was going. I mean, I think there's just a lot of good tight ends to go. I don't know how much legs he has left. But Taylor Swift is dropping an album soon, so he can't embarrass her on this mixtape.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think, like,
She might perform at the Super Bowl halftime. Like Kelsey, you can't be washed up this year, bro. Yeah. Like, you know, this year, potentially your last dance. Do your thing. Your draft's in 2 minutes, huh?
Yeah, I got it up though.
All right, that's a bet. Lad, how you feeling about Hollywood?
I mean, you can take a flyer on him. I don't know if I'll be putting any units on him though. Like my units are going to be I'm an Xavier Worthy fan until I see otherwise. Like
I might throw a little bread at Will Dissly. Jim Harbaugh does like using his tight ends, and they tend to come in at low numbers because they're not high-end tight ends, but they're tight ends that can get used. For example, the Colts last year with the likes of Mo Alley Cox and whoever else they had over there, they still use a lot of tight ends, which is why I'm very high on Tyler Warren this year. But Will Dissly, I like going after guys that have low over-under totals like this. 20 yards, he could get that in one catch. And that could be his only catch. It could be in the first quarter, which your bet hit. So that's the type of guy I'm looking at. Quentin Johnston, potentially.
Is he the starting tight end? Or is it Tyler Conklin?
I mean, yeah, Tyler Conklin's now here, but Will Dissly, he was kind of doing his thing. He was kind of shaking and baking last year, and he has familiarity with the offense. So, you know, I think they both get hit, to be honest. But I'm gonna just go Will Dissly because he's been here, and yeah, that's who I like. Him, Hampton with the Russian, Xavier Worthy, whatever you want. Pick your poison. Receiving yards, receptions. Oh, that's ESPN, huh?
Yeah.
Amarian Hampton, of course. I'm not touching Keenan Allen. Travis Kelce, he just doesn't have good odds for me. And yeah, I would just enjoy this game. Friday, Brazil. And I just feel like these international games, it's
I would just bet
the reason why
Xavier Worthy and Prosper. Don't worry about all that other bullshit. Like Amarian Hampton over Russian, Xavier Worthy over on receptions, over on receiving yards. Like I would just leave it at that, and then see what the hell is going on. And Isaiah Pacheco, if you want to do something, do over receptions, because again, I think he can catch a
sneak Will Dissly in there. I'm telling you, don't sleep. They use their tight ends, man.
Hey, I ain't hating. I just gotta see what the hell going on. I'm not hating.
I know what's going on, Will. Hey, when Will Dissly has 5 and 40. Come back here and make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe because we're trying to hit that 100 subscribers on YouTube. We had about 80, 88, 89 right now. We got 90 of y'all in here right now. You could blow past 100 if y'all all just go peep the YouTube.
At that Twitch. But
yeah,
get back to this get back to the segment though, the Like Love Lock segment.
Yeah, like love lock. All right, so our 3 favorite bets of the weekend. Do you want to kick us off, or what pick do you have in your draft, bro?
What pick do I have in my draft? Oh, I'm up right now. As a matter of fact.
You got the number 1 pick?
Nah, I got the who should we do? Shit, I'm a gangster fucker. I did Devin A-Chain.
Ew. In the first round?
Yeah.
You're tripping.
I'm at 8. I just want to make sure he get back to me because I don't care if I don't care about
he would have got back to you. Trust.
All right, we'll bet.
And he was going at the back of the second. You're at 8? Tripping.
Yeah. I haven't got him in none of my leagues, so
you're that pressed to have him. Make sure you get Ollie Gordon later, Len.
I'll probably end up with him.
Yeah, you just got to dedicate to that Dolphins backfield if you got H-Hand. Don't let Ollie Gordon go to another team and they hit you over the head for that.
Well, I don't draft. I don't trade, so nobody hit me over the head. He just won the guy fair and square. And I gotta figure out some other shit.
All right, so for my what do I want to share right now? So you got H-Hand first. Who you getting next?
I got HN. I guess I got to see. I guess see how the board falls. Got to see how the board falls. Might might might
Who you
be
targeting?
might be if Josh Jacobs is there, might go ahead and get that. Get that. If it's Derrick Henry, I'll go that way. If it's Bucky, I'll go Bucky. If it's Chase, I'll go Chase. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and double dip at this running back position real quick, so I don't gotta worry about that later in the draft. Go ahead and smack wide receiver later, and then prosper.
All right, facts. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. This is my
I was gonna say I might get Nico Collins though.
You said Nico?
Yeah,
I have no shares of Nico. Do I
I
not?
know. I don't either, bro. It makes me sad, but it's like I gotta get.
Try to get Jaden Higgins, man. You know, I think he won that wide receiver 2 spot. All right, so this is my like. So this is like, love, lock, 3 favorite picks. I need to re-up on my PFF. I don't know what happened to my PFF. But I really like the Steelers to cover here. Elijah Vera Tucker, their guard, just went down with an injury, so that's more off the O-line. Justin Fields hasn't been looking good in preseason, and you know that's kind of been the script on him. We got to think about what the Steelers are doing in the quarterback room this past year. They had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Justin Fields, a younger quarterback. They could have kept him. They didn't. They let him go, opted for Aaron Rodgers off his vision quest. And in terms of their receiving options, it's Garrett Wilson, and that's all you're really worried about. I think the wide receiver 2 is Josh Reynolds, and they scooped up Mason Taylor, tight end. We'll see how that goes. And the Jets' defense is really good. I think they're pretty underrated. Steelers' defense always plays well, especially in the beginning of the year. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But I think this is a game the Steelers come out with. This is my like. -3. Also like the under. But I think Aaron Rodgers, revenge game. You can also have to remember, this is how Aaron Rodgers left the Jets. Aaron Glenn got hired from the Lions, the Lions defensive coordinator. He got hired from the Lions to be the Jets head coach. They pretty much gave Aaron Rodgers a couple ultimatums. One of them being, we got to cut that Tuesday Pat McAfee shit out. He wasn't really rocking. So they want a new culture. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers, being who he is, the ego he has, the cachet he has in this league, being a legendary quarterback that he is, I think, it's bulletin board material. So I like the Steelers here. Don't like AVT being out. I also don't like between the receiving options and the quarterback play. And I like a big game from DK here. So that's my like. What I love is, let's go to this 49ers Seahawks. 2.5. So Seahawks are at home, but here's the thing. For one, so the problem with the Niners right now, they have a lot of injuries. Ayuk, he's out. He's on the pup. Juwan Jennings, he has a slight injury. We don't know if he's
he's practicing.
He's practicing? Well, yeah. He wants a contract. So is he going to play, or is he
he's
standing on business?
Practicing. If he's practicing, he's playing.
All right. So, I mean, even better if Juwan Jennings plays. Either way, they still got George Kittle there. They got a healthy McCaffrey. They got Ricky Pearsall. And even if they want to offload some of their duties to Brian Robinson, who they just got, he's probably extremely hungry, getting traded away from Washington after having a pretty solid year. I'm sure he wanted to be a part of this new look Washington team. They've been in the mud for however long. You get drafted by them, they kick you out. Now they're hyping up the 7th rounder in Bill, Mr. Bill over there. So I like the Niners here. What we also have to remember is this isn't 2015 anymore. This isn't Legion of Boom. And the 12th man, I'm betting on the 12th man being a myth. People coming in the Niners will rock them all the time. They rock the Niners all the time. Not the Niners, the Seahawks all the time. That 12th man shit is out of there. Also, the O-line for the Seahawks, not a big fan of. And they have Sam Darnold now. They got rid of DK. It's the JSN show, and then we'll see what we get from Cooper Kupp. But what are we going to get from Cooper Kupp? Are they going to be able to run the ball on the Niners like that with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet? We'll see, potentially. But I like the Niners in this spot. I think this is a revenge tour for the Niners. They didn't make the playoffs last year. Actually, I have them winning the division. And I feel like the Seahawks are going to come in fourth because I just don't believe in Sam Darnold. I feel like, and this is part of the reason why Raiders are one of my favorite upsets of the week because they're underdogs. I think you're going to really see how good Geno Smith really is, how he is able to operate with this O-line. Now, the Seahawks, they did get Greg Zabel in the first from North Dakota State. They got him in the first. Guard, he could play center potentially. But this O-line still a little hurt. They got Abraham Lucas back at right tackle, so that's good for them. But Sam Darnold under pressure, if they could get some pressure on them, stop the run a bit, we'll see what we get from Cooper Kupp. I just like the Niners here. Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDonald, good coach, good defensive mind. This is going to be a pretty defensive battle, but I just think the Niners have more for them. This is my love. Take the Niners -3 or -2.5, whatever you could get them at. I'm not sure if you really want to buy a point there. How do you feel about these picks so far, man? How you feel about my picks so far? Oh, here's the other thing. The Niners, they got back Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Former Jets head coach. Before he was the Jets head coach, he was a Niners defensive coordinator. He's back a defensive coordinator. Then his defense is going to be balling. Yeah, they lose Tyler Wonga Hufunga, and they lost what is his name? Grenard? I forget his name. Whatever. They both went to the Broncos, though, which is why you saw Broncos defense go pretty high in your fantasy drafts, is because they have Pat Surtain there. They opted to get Jahdae Barron in the first. I mean, that defense should be balling. Riley Moss there in the background. So, I mean, that defense should be balling. They lose two major pieces, but they still have a pretty great roster. They lost Chardavius Ward to the Colts. That hurts as well, but they're deep. They still got Nick Bosa there, still a top 3, top 5 edge rusher. But the big thing, Robert Saleh is back, so his defense should be looking better, should be a lot cleaner, less mistakes overall. And I really like the Niners here against one of the worst O-lines in the league. What do you think about those first two? Steelers, my like. 49ers, my love. What do you feel about that?
No shot on the Steelers. No shot. Like if anything, they win 17 to 14, which just makes it a push. So like I don't know about that one. Me personally, but again, it's your play. So I was letting you do your thing.
That was my like. But you're a Justin Fields guy, though.
Well, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy, and I think if you got an attacking defense, you know what I mean. You got Sauce Gardner over top of DK. You're going to be able to figure that out. There's going to be attacking defense. I don't see it personally. I'm not arguing with you or saying that you're wrong, but that's just, you know what I mean? Like if that's how you feel about it, it's like, all right.
I mean, that's why I asked. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it.
Yeah. So
I like it. I like it.
Right. You know what I mean? And like we basically.
But then again, I'm more of an Aaron Rodgers guy. You're not. Yeah. You're more of a Justin Fields guy. I'm not. Yeah. So that it comes down to that as well. But wait, hold on. My lock. I didn't do my lock.
You asked me about the second one. You don't want to know no more?
Oh no. Go ahead.
Yeah. So for the second jump, San Francisco. I mean, this one is all dependent on the number, which is kind of crazy because it's fluctuating. Like I seen it at +4, and obviously
+4.
If I see it at +4, like yeah, I'm taking San Francisco +4, but Seattle +2.5. I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure out like why is it so fluctuated? Like why is the numbers, you know what I
I'm
mean?
not really seeing them fluctuate. I see it here at 2.5. I've been seeing it here at 2.5 for a while. Where are you seeing it?
Fanatics has it for 4.5, for plus 4.5.
Fanatics is food.
Well, I mean, but if I'm taking, I'm gonna take plus 4.5. If I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
like,
yeah. If you could get it there, hold
but
on one
yeah,
second.
I see
Let
it
me
at
check out.
minus. I see it at minus 2.5 too. I mean, I think that's fair. Like, I think
It's
this is
two and
one
a
where,
half on DraftKings.
right?
So
Yeah. And I mean,
you gotta remember, Seattle is home. So 4 is pretty crazy. I wouldn't
yeah,
take it at 4, but
but
this is based on it being at 2.5. So you're able to
yeah,
get it at two and
I
a
think
half.
that
That's what I like it at.
yeah, I think that is fair. I think it is fair. You know, I think San Francisco is going to be a better football team. They are playing one of the better defenses first game out. So I think after this game is going to be a much smoother road. But you know, I think basically they're giving Seattle the benefit of the doubt. They're playing at home. But yeah, like this one is kind of it's priced as a toss up, and I think it's a toss up. Like, but also what you said, it's like okay, if somebody wants to go to San Francisco, those are valid reasons to go to San Francisco. But you know, there's an
I don't even
argument.
really think it's priced at a toss up because the Seahawks are home. You know they get 3 points. So the fact that the Niners they're home dogs. So it's kind of priced like they're expecting the Niners to come in there and beat them. And that's why I was talking about, forget about that 12th bid. Yeah, it's loud in there, but like what that hasn't meant anything. I think Geno Smith is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, and we'll see what we see out of JJ
Yeah,
McCarthy
and
over there
right,
in
and
Minnesota.
I
But
think that's part of it too. Is there like we kind of don't like we know what we about to give San Francisco, which is why you're able to say, you know what I'm saying, give all that analysis. But the thing, like we people, some people are really into Gary Kubiak's offense. Some people do like Mike McDonald as the head coach. So I think, I mean, that me personally, I'm staying away from it. But like again, I don't hate your take on that Pacific. Like I wouldn't be surprised if San Francisco won. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, oh, what?
yeah,
But
nah, I feel
yeah,
that. I feel that. Well, that's my love, my lock of the week. Take the Broncos against the Titans, man. -8 at home, Mile High. Yeah, it's a rash for them. This easily could be the best defense in the league. Wouldn't be surprised if it was. I think it's really a toss up between them and the Texans, but there's just so many factors here, right? So it's a welcome to the league Cam Ward type situation. L'Jarius Sneed is questionable. We'll see if he plays. If he doesn't play, that's tough. Tajee Spears is on the IR. Now, Tony Pollard, he could be the bell cow back, but Tajee Spears offers a little bit of juice out the backfield as a pass catching back, which would be really helpful for them. They were the number 1 overall pick for a reason, right? They picked Cam Ward 101. This is a tough spot to just start off. And I liked what I saw out of Cam Ward in the preseason. But once again, they were the number 1 overall pick for a reason. Mile High, now that's an actual advantage that you have. That 12th man shit in Seattle, that rain, I'm not really thinking about that. What I'm thinking about is Bo Nix has a good amount of weapons there. I think he should do his thing. I don't think last year was a fluke. I think put some respect on Bo Nix's name. I think Sean Payton really got his guy. Think they're going to go crazy. I just think it comes down to coaching too. We don't talk about last year, Brian Callahan and what he was doing. But besides the bad quarterback play from Will Levis, he just wasn't making the right moves as a head coach. Like his coaching, from what I saw, watching those Titans game, I didn't watch the most amount, but I watched and I went back and rewatched some of their tighter games because that's what I wanted to see from them. Some of their tighter games, some of his mistakes were really shining there. So I like the Broncos here, -8 at home. I think, and here's the thing about Sean Payton as well. Sean Payton, he doesn't let up. There's no gamesmanship. There's no, all right, we're skunking them, so we're going to lay off. He likes to blow people out. So if he comes to the season and he's seeing that y'all
they drafted me fucking Jaden Daniels. God damn it. I got to trade that nigga. They auto-drafted me Jaden Daniels.
Damn, nigga, you just scared me. I was looking for something, bro. Man, you take your Adderall, man. You just over here bugging out, man. Hey, this is why you should have got it on the screen. We were supposed to be sharing this shit. I could have told you. I could have let you know that you were up to the fucking draft and shit.
Well, I mean, I thought my shit was on. What the fuck?
Oh, that's his name, Dre Greenlaw. Right. So the Broncos, they also got Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga from the Niners. And then once again, Jahdae Barron. What a pick. What a pick they got in the first round. They opted not to get Hampton, but they get RJ Harvey. They have Marvin Mims, who they like a lot, which I expect them to use a lot. Troy, damn, I can't speak today. Troy Franklin, he played with Bo Nix at Oregon. So they have rapport. You didn't see a lot from him last year, but I do think you're going to see a step up from Troy Franklin, and it does help out a lot that he did play with Bo Nix. Now, they also have a new addition in terms of Evan Ingram, and I think he's going to get busy. Like, Evan Ingram is a glorified big body slot receiver. You know what I mean? You're not going to get much out of him in terms of the blocking. I'm a Giants fan, so I know a lot about Evan Ingram, but he got busy with the Jags. Whether it was Matt Jones or Trevor Lawrence, he was doing his things on the Jags. I think Bo Nix is going to be able to utilize them perfectly fine. The O-line is looking money. Garrett Bowles, a left tackle. Ben Powers, one of the better guards in this league. Mike McGlinchey, they get from the Niners. So, J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey in the backfield. So this is if in terms of start sits for fantasy, I wouldn't mind you starting R.J. Harvey. I think he could get busy even week one, especially if they're up. But yeah, and then of course Courtland Sutton, one of the most underrated wide receivers in this league. I just think that it's too much. It's too much for a week one against Cam Ward. In Mile High, at home, that elevation really affects the way you breathe and how you move. I just don't think they're ready. I think the coaching in terms of Sean Payton leading this offense, Vance Joseph leading this defense, and I don't think Brian Callahan is really that good of a coach. I think he really went under the radar because people just don't really pay attention to the Titans. So that's my lock. What I like is the Steelers -3 against the Jets. I think they take care of the Jets. You know, the Steelers have a government-mandated 10 wins that they have to have. I think this is one of them. Then they start off the season pretty good, as they usually do. Their defense usually plays well to start the season off. What I love is the 49ers against the Seahawks. I'm betting against Sam Darnold for the most part. I'm betting on the fact that Robert Saleh, leading this defense once again, goes crazy. And you're going to really see how good Geno Smith is in that Patriots game, which, by the way, we'll get to them in another show, how I think that Patriots defense is being overrated, something crazy. But I'm really fading Darnold on that one. And the Seahawks have one of the weakest O-lines in the league. So that's what I love. And my lock of the week is the Broncos to cover that 8 at home against Cam Ward, the rookie, and the Titans, who just came off having number 1 pick. But, you know, we'll see what Calvin Ridley and Alec Iomanor is able to do, the rook. See what Chig Okonkwo, their tight end, is able to do. Not sure, but those are my picks. How you feeling about that last one?
Yeah, again, it's just one of those jobs where I'm good off the plus. Whether it's, I mean, I say I +9, but I think the consensus is like +8, and it's like one of the most bet games. I kind of try to like stay away from the public side of things. So public really likes this game.
That's your superstition.
Yeah, especially for all the I mean, they thinking literally the same thing you said. That's what everybody thinking. So they can have this dub because I can I definitely think it can happen. But yeah, me personally, I just kind of stay away from these games. At what I would test that.
I like that. I like that. You not betting none of my picks.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see what's good with me, man. We want to start off the season 3-0.
Okay.
Easy, real
smooth. You know what I'm saying? If you do, then that's good for you. You know what I'm
saying?
By
the way, I also like the under in that Steelers game. And my favorite over-under of the week is that Rams-Texans. Texans have a bottom 3 O-line. Rams defense pretty underrated. And then what else about that game?
Now I'm
the O-line. Oh, and the Texans defense is fucking crazy, bro. Texas defense goes crazy. So I think that's going to be a low-scoring game, real traditional smash-mouth football. Take that under. I think it's at 43.5. To me, that shit should be at 40, 39.5, maybe even 38.5. But, there's a lot of offensive firepower on both sides of the field. On the other end, too, the Texans, their running game, Joe Mixon, he might not play all season. They got to rely on Nick Chubb and who's the other back in Houston? It's Nick Chubb and Damian Pierce. Okay. Well, yeah, Woody Marks, too, but you know how they do the rookies. Woody Marks, rookie back, he should, if he's really like that, he should be able to beat out Damian Pierce and the corpse of Nick Chubb here soon. So,
yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. Like, love, lock.
Yeah, just run through your shit so you can draft, bro. Your multitasking skills is not like that.
All right. Right here, we're going straight to it. Cleveland plus 5.5. Simple as that. Cincinnati early in the season. We already know how that goes. Okay. And then on top of that, okay, all right, bet. Yeah. Then on top of that, you getting plus 5.5 points. I mean, outside of the quarterback position, but you getting a fresh arm, Joe Flacco, they kind of, they're going to muddy this thing up for Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a broken offensive line, and Cleveland's used to playing them tough. So I do think maybe Cincinnati comes out and pulls the win off. I don't know if it's going to be plus 6 points for the dub. So if you can still get that 5.5 number, BetMGM looks like they have it. Sugar House, and then ESPN Bet looks like they also have it too. DraftKings and FanDuel both got it at plus 5.5. I would take that. I would take that personally. I really like that bet. We know about Cincinnati's history at the beginning of the year. They start off slow. They've literally started off, I think it's like 1-19, something crazy like that over the last or like 1-12 over like the last 5 or 6 years. So as long as Zach Taylor's the head coach, they're going to be rusty that first game out. That's my like. I guess the lock, quote unquote.
Nah, your love.
Oh, my love, right here. We're gonna go. Depends on the number. If you can get this at 2.5. If you get it 2.5, stay away. But if it's 1.5, I would rock with Tampa Bay just because I think that the offensive the defensive line for Atlanta is too light in the ass, and they're going to run the ball with Bucky Irvin, and I think Atlanta's going to be decent. But at the same time, these games always end up like shootouts. I would preferably tell you to take the over in this game. It's at 47.5, but this is like love lock, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you that Tampa Bay is able to pull it out. But again, if it's plus 2.5, I'm not touching it. Only if it's at, like, if we can get this at either like -1, -1.5, I'll do it. But again, if you got to
do you think it's worth buying the point?
Again, yeah, for sure. If you're feeling this, because they'll play close. Like they've played a game where they've won by 1 point and shit like that. So this is another one I like a lot. And then I'm coming down, bro. I'm short and sweet with it. We're going with the Carolina Cowboys right here. This is the poor man Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what the hell they got going on defense, but I think that their offense is about to be on and popping. Like I think we about to have a lot of fun over there. So yeah, that's my pick. Wow. Hey, Eric Vista just selected George Pickens right before me. Bro, you can't make this shit up.
The Redskins fans, you got to remember in my league, Elias took CD Lamb in the first round. Hey,
Yeah.
man, the Commanders, they Cowboys fans low key. They kind of fuck with you.
Bro, they don't know that they are. Like they don't know that their obsession, like that's deeply rooted in love. They don't understand it.
They got like Stockholm syndrome.
Right. But it's okay. I got Calvin Ridley, so it's all right. We straight.
So your lock is the Panthers against the Jags.
Yeah. Panthers against the Jags plus 3.5 though. Plus 3.5. If they lose, I don't think it's by 4 points. I think they can win this joint outright.
At 3.5, yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, I'm saying like I think they can win though. I definitely think they can beat the spread, but I think they can win outright. Like I do think that they can win outright. But
they're definitely on my list.
Love this spread.
They're definitely on my list of dog teams. I like to do dog parlays. Just 2 or 3 teams that you think could upset, especially in week 1. This is the least sharp that Vegas is going to be. So this is a great time for dog parlays. I'm going to just list down some of my dogs while Austin tries to camp out with his fantasy team. I like the Panthers as a dog. I like the Raiders as a dog. Patriots playing at home. That's going to be an interesting game. We're going to learn a lot about this Patriots team. Mike Vrabel. We got Josh McDaniels back as the OC of the Patriots. Expect a lot of running backs there. His history with the Patriots offense, he likes using a lot of running backs. So if you're a Travion Henderson owner, as I am, don't be mad if he's not getting a boatload of carries. If it's like 8 to 10 for all of them, including Antonio Gibson. That's a name you haven't heard in a while. But I do like the Raiders potentially for the upset, just like I like the Panthers. I also like my Giants here. That one, I wouldn't do more than a 2-teamer
how much money are you betting this week?
Hey man, don't worry about me.
I'm excited. I gotta see these tickets. You didn't name about 6 different.
I'm just giving a bunch of dogs. This is the dog section. You know what I mean? You gave your 3 picks. Oh. I'm giving some potential dogs.
Now these dogs, is this a dog parlay? Is this a dog you just giving out?
This is a dog. These are dogs I'm giving out, but I'm also going to let you know the dog parlay I'm probably going with. This dog parlay is probably going to be Raiders, Giants, and that's it. If you're going to put a Giants in the dog parlay, only do 2. All right? Because the Giants come out on top. You don't want to do 3. You're sweating 3 dogs. Do the Giants, Raiders, or if you want to do Giants, Panthers, there's going to be a couple dogs that come out on top here. This is the least sharp that Vegas is all year. This is week 1. A lot of teams didn't even play starters like that in preseason. They're hiding a lot. Even on the depth chart, they're hiding a lot. What else do I like in terms of dogs? No, don't like. Oh, okay. I also like the Bears. Monday night. I don't know how I feel about J.J. McCarthy. I think with Ben Johnson there, Caleb Williams, I liked him last year. I think he had a very underrated rookie season. It was overshadowed by Jaden Daniels and his legendary, probably the best rookie quarterback season we've seen in this league ever. But Caleb Williams, low-key, had a pretty good year. But he had Matt Eberflus as his head coach, and me and Austin were saying, like, everybody was saying, why is that your head coach for Caleb Williams? Like, y'all have a lame duck coach with the number 1 overall pick. So I don't know about the Vikings. Plus, we'll see how much. Also, you have to monitor And you have to monitor, especially for a Monday night game, you have to monitor what Justin Jefferson, if he's practicing, he's still questionable. I'm expecting him to play, but you never know with these injuries. Jordan Addison, he's out for 3 games, suspension. And then, that's why they just traded for Adam Thielen. He's back. But with the Bears, Colson Loveland, Luther Burden, Roman Dunze, second year. You have DJ Moore. You have a lot going on with this Bears offense. We can see if the Vikings can handle it. Now, they did pad up their O-line. They took 2 O-linemen from the Colts and Will Fries, and I think Ryan something. They got 2 pretty good O-linemen from the Colts, though. So the Vikings O-line should be pretty good. Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones, they should be all right, but I don't know how I feel about J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? They've been running defense for him in the press a bunch, and I just don't know how good he is. Now, with Kevin O'Connell, he made Sam Darnold look like an MVP candidate. So I'm assuming J.J. McCarthy could at least be middle of the pack, and he might be okay. But a Monday night upset, week 1 division, I'm willing to risk that. So that's another dog that I like. Any other dogs? Baltimore, if you want to call that a dog, I think the Ravens just win this one outright in Buffalo. I think they have the best roster in the league. I love their defense. I love what they got on offense. I think Rashad Bateman's going to have a crazy year this year, but that's more of a pick 'em. It's not really a dog, so I won't talk about that too much. And yeah, I think that's all the dogs I like. That's all the dogs I like. I like the Panthers. I like the damn. I don't like a lot of dogs. I like the Panthers. I like my Giants. And I don't like betting them often, but if we don't cover this spread, our season's over. To me, like that's not a good sign. We should at least cover that 6, but I also feel like if you're going to take us to cover, you might as well take us to win. The Commanders, they haven't done much this offseason that I like. The Deebo Samuel signing, not a big fan. Laramie Tunsil, that was a good trade. I do like that pickup, but it also worries me that a Houston team that's lacking on the O-line would trade a franchise left tackle like that. What do the Texans know that we don't know? So we'll see. Also, there needs to be some regression with what the Commanders were doing last year. You got to remember, a lot of the games they were winning were very last minute against the Bears. That Hail Mary. Y'all remember that Hail Mary? Even against my Giants, a lot of the games they were winning were very close. And a lot of those games, even in the playoffs, were decided with these 4th and 3s, these 4th and 4s. Is Jaden Daniels going to get busy like that again? Now, I don't think Jaden Daniels, he has a sophomore slump like C.J. Stroud, just something about him, how slippery he is, no diddy. I think he's still very good. But if it comes down to those moments again, what are the odds that they're going to win as many as they did last year? I think it's pretty slim. So, yeah, those are my dogs, the Panthers, the Raiders, the Giants, and the Bears. And if you want to count Baltimore, you could count Baltimore if you want. Barely a dog, that's a pick 'em, but I like Baltimore in that game. And, once again, really love the under in that Texans-Rams. I really love the under in this Jets-Steelers, 38.5. I think that's going to be a very sloppy game. It's going to be one of those games you're watching on Red Zone, and it's just like, damn, is this game still going on? I haven't seen nothing from this game in a while. Yeah, because they're not in the Red Zone. That's why you haven't seen nothing from that game. I think that's why what we see.
That's why real football fans watch the actual game if they trying to see what the football.
If you're a Steelers fan, you should be watching that game. But are you going to be watching that game on Sunday live?
Bro, that game's at 1:00. I'm not
okay. What you mean? You're not watching it? You're not interested in Aaron? It's a double revenge game. Justin Fields just was on the Steelers, and Aaron
they
Rodgers was just on the Jets. You're not interested? You're not watching?
On Monday, you can tell me all about it. You can tell me all about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I don't got that many picks for y'all. The only ones I want my name attached to are, like I said, you know what I mean? I really believe in this Cincy plus 5.5. I mean, this Cleveland plus 5.5. I really believe in this Carolina. And I think that Tampa Bay is catching Atlanta at a good time. And they get out of this one safe and they end up getting the dub covering. Again, if it's at plus 2.5, maybe get off it. But you get anything under 2, go ahead and take Tampa Bay. I like them there. Those really the only 3 that I can honestly say that I'm comfortable giving out right now. So yeah, you know, I think it is gonna be a bunch of good games. Anything can happen, but yes, week 1, any given Sunday. So you know, I'm gonna just stick to the script. Plus 3.5 with Carolina, plus 5.5 with Cleveland, and minus 1.5 with Tampa Bay. That's it. And if you want, I guess you can do the Dallas plus 8.5, but that's Thursday.
Facts. And we'll be back probably Saturday, definitely Sunday. There's going to be some line movement. We'll explain that line movement. And also, if you're an over-under fan, if you're betting any over-unders, make sure you check the weather. Make sure you check the weather. If they're not a dome team, how that's going to impact it. Usually, wind matters more for the over-under than rain, believe it or not. If it's super windy, that matters more. But if it's a nasty, raining game, that's something you want to keep in mind for these over-unders. But those are our 2 lots. For Austin, it's the Panthers to cover that plus 3.5, that hook. Jaguars are at home. My lock, minus 8 at Mile High with Denver against Cam Ward. Welcome to the league, Cam Ward. Good luck with him. Think that could easily, that's a top 2 defense that you got over there with Surtain and Moss and Greenlaw and Hufanga and Jade Barron. And there's a lot going on over there. So have fun with that. Think you get smashed out, and if y'all getting smashed out, Sean Payton's not going to stop. He's not going to take out his, and that's what I like from a team that has a big spread like 8. This is in college.
Wait, yo.
So, what?
I don't know if he's telling the truth. Nah, I think he's playing.
I take round 3 down. What is he talking about?
T. Higgins is a Chief. Whoa.
What is he talking about?
3 seconds. Wow. He's saying that T. Higgins got traded.
No. Stop playing.
I think he's just bullshitting though. I think just posted on X. He said just posted on X.
Bro, he's trolling, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
What sense does that make?
But I mean, hey, you know what I mean? That would have been funny. You would have had to check it. So, but no, I don't see anything. I would have got an alert.
It would be an Eagles fan, Adam Schefter. No, that was Adam Schefter with 2 F's and an L in there. Nigga, like, no. Do I take Higgins in the 3rd round now? Like, bro, you don't have any. Let me check Adam Schefter.
He's funny though. I like him. Philly Mike OG, man. I like you, bro.
He probably goes around to every stream trolling like that. Adam Schefter's last tweet was 4 hours ago, and it has to do with the Buccaneers. I'm seeing Tom Brady and shit.
Hey, bring your other Eagle fans over here too, gang. I fuck with you.
Oh, yeah. He said some troll shit the other time.
Yeah, you did.
I take T. Higgins in the 3rd round now, man. How about you eat a dick? Eat a dick in the 3rd round.
Philly Mike, bro. I like you over here, bro. Tomorrow we're gonna be at it though, but you know what I'm saying? I like you. You all right with me. You a funny Philly troll.
Adam Schefter. All right, man. A Chief. Well, that doesn't even make sense. Like what? Like
you just gotta check this. You know what I mean?
Whatever. Once again, like, love, lot. We'll be back breaking down the rest of these games, and we'll also be back after the games to break down what we saw, what you should do for your waiver wire, how our bets did, what did we get right, what did we get wrong, who knows, we'll see. Come back, like and subscribe on YouTube, holla at us on Twitch. We're going to do some giveaways during the year. Shit keeps pumping up. And also we're on TikTok, Matter of Fact Football, Matter of Fact NFL, and as a matter of fact, Austin is doing trash in his draft right now. So
Nah, bro, I'm holding it down.